Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Nick with Keep Believing Fitness, coming at you with a video today that I think is a pretty important subject, especially because of the fact that I know a lot of the viewers that watch my videos are about high school age, maybe a little bit older, but generally they're about 14 to 16 years old, maybe, 17, 18, what have you. And that's the question of, should teenagers be taking pre-workouts? I've been asked that question a lot recently, especially by my football players that have just gotten in the off season. They're wondering what they should do. And the simple answer to that is no. If you're a teenager and you're in high school, you should not be taking pre-workouts. And there's a couple reasons for that. One, at that age, you should be able to motivate yourself enough to get into the gym and work out. You should be able to get excited and amped up at that young age where you don't need an artificial substance or a supplement to get you energized and ready to work out. If you can't do that and you're that young, then you need to find something else for yourself to do, because that weightlifting or exercise isn't for you. If you can't get yourself motivated at that age, then it's just never going to happen, and you need to find something else to do, some other hobby, because it's just not going to work. Secondly, at that age, you should be having a well-rounded diet. At all ages, you should be having a well-rounded diet. But the fact of the matter is, if you have a good diet, then that energy from your diet should be able to supplement you enough that you'll be energized enough to work out just by the food you eat every day. If you're having enough carbs, enough fats, enough proteins, the macronutrients, then that should be able to sustain you in your workouts and have your energy level where it needs to be. Now, if you're feeling a little sluggish, okay, if you're feeling a little sluggish that day, it all happens to the best of us, then just have a couple pieces of bread, some small carb, have a bagel, something simple before you work out, let it digest, and boom, you're ready to go. So if you have a well-rounded diet, you should be able to sustain yourself enough in the gym to be able to give yourself enough energy to get through your workout. Now the third, and to me the most important reason that teenagers should not be taking pre-workouts is the stimulant factor. Now I know a lot of people these days drink the energy drink bullshit like Rockstar, Red Bull, Monster, any of that shit that we drink that is so absolutely terrible for our bodies. Yet, we put it in there anyway because, oh right, we're Americans and we just eat whatever the fuck we want to eat. We don't pay attention to our diet in most cases. I apologize if that offended some of you, but it's the truth. Okay? You guys are drinking these energy drinks and it's just so incredibly bad for you. And you're putting all this shit into your body. And yes, it has caffeine in it as well. But, when you take a pre-workout, generally you're going to take it on an empty stomach sometimes to get the better effect. And because of that, you're going to get an increased, caffeine uptake. The surge from the energy is going to start making your heart go extremely fast. Your heartbeat is going to increase because of the stimulant and the caffeine and everything else that's in there. So you have to be very careful about taking pre-workouts at a young age. Because I actually have a friend that took too much Jack 3D and fainted and passed out. Because a lot of us, okay, especially at that age, we look at the thing, the product, okay, we don't really read the label about how much we're supposed to take, and we just start piling the scoops in there, thinking that the more we put in there, the more effective the product is going to be. And this can be extremely, extremely dangerous when dealing with pre-workouts because you take too much of it, and there's the potential for your heart to fucking explode. So you really want to be careful when you're taking pre-workouts. For me, even at my age, I'm only 21, and it still is something that I don't really need to be taking at this point because I can self-motivate pretty well. I only take it if I'm extremely sluggish that day and extremely tired and cannot get something to eat. But the fact of the matter is you do not want to mess around with these pre-workouts. They are no joke. And at 14, 15 years old, it's just stupid for you to take that risk and jeopardize your health for something that you don't really need. Okay? And they're not expensive. They're usually relatively cheap, but it's money that you're dishing out of your pocket that you don't need to spend because it's just a waste. Okay, it is a waste of money for you at that age to be buying pre-workouts because you don't need them. All you need is to be able to self-motivate yourself, which is the hardest part of this whole thing, because if you can't self-motivate yourself, then you're never going to be able to accomplish your goals in the gym. I've been doing this for a long time. I can self-motivate. You have to be able to do that and believe in yourself. Keep believing fitness. Get it? That's the name of the channel. That's the whole point. Anyway, and in order to self-motivate yourself to get through your workouts, and if you can't do that, at this point in time, then working out really isn't the thing for you, because it's never going to happen if you can't do it now. If you can't self-motivate, there's no way you're going to optimally perform in the gym. It just isn't going to happen. I apologize. But it's not. Ever. Unless you put yourself in that mindset that you are going to accomplish it and you're going to do it, then everything changes, because you're in the mode where you can do it. But if you can't, then get the fudge out, because it's never going to work. 2, you need a well-rounded diet plan to supplement your energy. Need the food to replace something like a pre-workout, because if you have enough food, enough energy from food, then you don't need a supplement to do that for you. Food is magic. Food is where we get all of our energy. So we should be able to use that energy from the food to get us through our workouts, so we don't need something to get us energized beforehand. And 3rd, just stay away from them because of the stimulant effect. You don't want to mess around with the stimulants in pre-workouts. They are very, very bad news if you don't pay attention to what you're putting in your body. Things could just go bad. And you don't want that to happen. I'd rather survive instead of die from taking something. Believe me, I've been there before, where my heart's racing so fast from a pre-workout, C4 Cellucor, even though I still love that product, it was too much for me. I couldn't handle it. It was very scary, because I almost had to, I'd stop my workouts and just take a breath, because my heart was beating so fast that I couldn't maintain my workout. It was insane, and it was very scary. So I don't want that to happen to you guys out there watching this video. So that's it, guys. That's my advice. Stay away from pre-workouts, but that's it. Always remember, never give up, because nothing can stop you from succeeding if you just keep believing. Peace.